Folks, I want to take a short opportunity to more or less share my 40-year journey in healthcare. I have had the absolute privilege of caring for well over 9,000 patients. And I reflect back, I find it fascinating that being a chiropractor was not even anything that I ever thought about. So as an undergraduate, one of the things that I loved to do was to be physically active. So how do you take something that you love to do and turn it into a profession? Well, at Queens College at the City University of New York, I delved into the study of exercise physiology, graduated with a degree in exercise physiology, and was fortunate enough to get a graduate assistantship to the University of Maryland, where at least that's where I thought I was going. But life is very serendipitous, and it was my last summer in anticipation of going off to grad school that I met a young man, a super excited, motivated young gentleman. His name was Dr. Michael Chimes, and Mike was the guy who somehow tagged me. And I don't know about your life, but I do believe that we all have these opportunities where somehow, some way, a moment like this takes place, and all of a sudden we go off in another direction. Very interesting that when I reflect back, and I ask all of you to spend some time in what I call life's rearview mirrors. You know, we never really understand things, how events and circumstances happen, until we look in the rearview mirror. And we kind of recount how everything had its own unique way of turning into the proper direction for where we currently are. Well, my mother always said to me, she goes, "Chuck, you've got great hands. You know, you should really be a dentist." Well, whatever. A Jewish mother, that's what she wants for her kid. Well, it really wasn't something that I was interested in, and that's what led me to that field of exercise physiology. But the point that I'm trying to make is I am so grateful for having the events of life turn out this way, for allowing me to be the chiropractor. Chiropractic, a study of natural health care, and how special is that in a world that has become so unnatural. And we'll talk a little bit about following the road least traveled, which represents about 3% of the population, versus where most of us live, and that is in the world of the 97%ers. Yes, just following what everybody else does. And so life is this magic carpet ride, and I ask you to sometimes reflect upon your own. And also, rather than getting anxious about the directions that sometimes we're in or some of the complications, always remember that some of these complications are the absolute things that we needed, even though they're painful for that moment. But we also know that life is very dynamic and it always changes, and often leads us into a better direction. So, as a doctor of chiropractic, some of the challenges that I experienced, it's wonderful to be able to help people with chronic neck problems, back problems, and a variety of different conditions. And we do work with a variety of problems. But one of the distinctions that I had found early in my life was that the causes, the true cause of chronic headache, the cause of chronic neck tension, the cause of digestive disturbances, the cause of all of these health maladies, they came about for many different reasons. And so one of the problems that I see in healthcare is that we're always looking for, you as the patient, and even for we as the doctor, the physician, the healthcare provider, is that one simple answer. And what I've come to realize, what a wise guy wisdom tells me now, and I've known this for many years, is that there are certainly multiple causes. And I believe that what we have to do is we have to look at our lives as though we're looking through the kaleidoscope, you know, where there's a number of different quadrants and they're always moving. So it took me almost 38 years to come up with what I refer to as the Triune of Truth. And the Triune of Truth, and please pay attention to this, it is simply my chunked down version of how I look at healthcare today, and how I look at the causes of different problems. And I refer to the Triune of Truth as align the spine, eat from the vine, calm the mind. Let me explain. Align the spine. Well, as a doctor of chiropractic, we know the brain, the spinal cord, spinal nerves go out to control every single function in the body. So it makes sense to keep the integrity of the nervous system, 110 joints, in good, proper juxtaposition. But align the spine goes much further than what the chiropractor can do. Align the spine, from my perspective, is what we all know, but what so many of us don't do, and that is to pay attention to the physical activities that the human body requires. Not just a good idea, ladies and gentlemen, but is a mandate in order for us to grow older gracefully. I've said it on many occasions, longevity and quality of life, it's what we all want. But if we look at ourselves on a daily basis, if we film ourselves and then take a look, we would remark, oh my God, I am a walking contradiction. What I say in my life, what I say I want in my life, on many cases, is a complete antithesis of how I'm living my life. So the purpose of a wise guy's wisdom is to try to help bring forth knowledge, information, but more importantly, to help raise awareness in a world where we live with distraction. Folks, we all have great intentions, but every day we can wake up anticipating of what our action steps are going to be. Phone rings, circumstances come about, all of a sudden we're on to plan B, and we just don't have the fortitude, the wherewithal, the time, whatever. Well, the intention of a wise guy's wisdom is to address the triune of truth and go deeper. And it is my hope that through some videos, some podcasts, I am so excited about creating a site that anybody can come to periodically. I'm hoping to create product, which we are in the process of developing, to deal with nutritional approaches, how to get people out of their toxic and debilitated states. And I'm going to share with you some fascinating and exciting testimonials of people who have followed this path. I'm not here to tell anybody that my way is the right way and other ways are wrong. But what I have discovered for myself is that if we play by the laws of the triune of truth, align the spine, eat from the vine. Eat from the vine, folks. You must understand that food has the power to heal and has the power to harm. So my intention is to go deeper into this understanding, help to create an awareness, help to create a consciousness, help to allow yourself to take a look at your own pantry, to see what's in the refrigerator, to ask yourself, how am I feeding myself? How am I feeding my family? You know, you have to ask the question, do you want to be the model or do you want to be the critic? And unfortunately, as I watch and observe life, I see too many parents that are inordinately critical. And yet they are not living out, they are not manifesting a model for their family to live by. Now, who am I to tell anybody how to live their life? I will not. But if I can help you to take an honest, introspective journey to see how you are showing up, I believe it has inordinate abilities to help. And finally, to even calm the mind. So align the spine, eat from the vine, taking foods that grow rather than foods that are packaged. Taking foods that are coming directly from the ground rather than those that are processed, adulterated, and added to, and genetically modified, and all of that stuff. And I invite you to read about this. This isn't just me telling you how to do this. It's my 40 years of investigation, of inquiry, of seminars, etc. And I do believe that it has inordinate value if you are interested in taking this one life that we are granted and supporting it and nurturing it so that we have, hopefully, as close to as many years as we have, whether that be 70, 80, 90, or 100, who knows. But you know what? In life, ladies and gentlemen, you're in the pain or you're in the pain. You're in the pain of doing the things, the discipline, or you're in the pain of regret. And if I've listened to a lot of people who worked in hospice, many people at the end of their life spend a lot of time with regret. All the things of I shoulda, woulda, coulda. So the wise guy's wisdom and this site, it is my hope and desire, has the opportunity to help keep you mindful of maybe doing more of these more proper and correct things so that you can live a life that matters, and most importantly, live a life filled with enormous energy, opportunity, and good health. It's what you want for yourself. It's what your family wants for you. So once again, please be the model, not the critic. It's not the words that we say. It's the actual life that we live. So with all of this, through the Triune of Truth as an umbrella for this site of a wise guy's wisdom, I hope you'll return. I hope when you see the emails that we send, that you see it as something of value. I hope never to send out junk. And I do hope that you will share this wonderful message, a heartfelt message from myself to you, so that you can please share this with your family and friends. It is this doctor's belief that our traditional healthcare model is a failing model. This is not Chuck Berg making this statement. We see it. This is the reason for creating this new thing called Obamacare, which I have no idea what this is even all about, but I don't embrace it either, because to me, it is the game of personal responsibility and not giving our health away to any provider, including myself. But find the provider that is interested in supporting the total you, rather than playing the paradigm that we have today, which is a pill for every ill. So folks, if this makes any sense, if you resonate with this, please take this opportunity. Each of you have an address book, share this. This is my little message, this is my legacy. This is what I'm looking to do to try to touch your heart, even if you're in another country, in this intergalactic world called the Internet. This has the opportunity of helping millions of people in this simple little video that I'm sharing from my own home. I look forward to spending some more time with you. Thank you for visiting awiseguyswisdom.com.